glial cells.
Okay.
Do you know what they do?
No idea.
They're support and protect.
Where are they?
They are in your neuron. So here's some glial cells.
Okay.
Basically, they're like the mommy of the neuron. They're gonna nurture them, they're gonna protect them, give them nutrients, things like that.
Okay.
So we have some for the CNS and for the PNS. And you'll want to know which one's which. Let me just make sure I wrote down a few notes. With a clipboard. Okay, so for the CNS we have 4 of them. And this is even a chart I write down when you get in the testing center, just because even though it's not a picture, it's a chart, and you're a lot less likely to second guess yourself if you already know CNS has 4, PNS has 2.
2 glial cells.
2 types. So let's say
Okay.
glial would be like your overarching mom, and then the qualities of mom.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you have your astrocytes,
Mm-hmm.
which are going to be over here. Astrocytes. And those are gonna, yes. Those are your blood-brain barrier and heavy metals. We should probably back up. What 2 things are in your CNS? So that's your central nervous system, and this is your peripheral nervous system. This is just gonna have 2. It's your spinal cord and the brain. So these are all neurons that are going to be in your brain and down your spinal cord.
Okay.
Whereas these guys are everywhere else.
Okay.
So they might ask you a trick question. Instead of saying, they might say, is the spinal nerve in the CNS or PNS? PNS. Unless it's the identical words, spinal cord or brain, it's not it.
Okay.
So they might say cranial nerves, PNS. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So these are in your brain. These are your 4 mommy cells in your brain. You can protect it, support the neuron. And PNS, we have 2 others. So we have astrocytes, which are going to be your blood-brain barrier. Basically just protects your brain so nothing damages it. And heavy metals. The equivalent is going to be your your satellite. I think there's 2 else in this actually. You have your satellite cells, and those are going to do the same thing, protect from heavy metals. But not your blood-brain barrier, because we're not talking about your brain for this one.
Okay.
And then you have your Schwann. Schwann cells are going to make your myelin sheath. What does myelin sheath do again? We speed everything up.
Yes.
So instead of being Eliza, like a 6-month-old, it's Eliza. Boom. I have a hypothesis about aliens. They have more myelin sheath than us. So they're like, because they're jogging so fast. Crazy, huh?
It makes sense.
That's my hypothesis, I don't know. No one else agrees with me, but that's the only difference with aliens. They just have more myelin sheath. Over here, we have our oligodendrites. Oligodendrite cells.
Mm-hmm.
And those are myelin sheath making as well. So we have myelin sheath in all areas of our body. In our brain, oligodendrites will make them. And on our spinal cord, everywhere else, Schwann cells will make them. Then we have ependymal and dymal cells, which are going. Is that our stroke? CSF. The cerebrospinal fluid.
Okay.
Basically, so if we didn't have these, let's say we killed all of our ependymal cells, if we got in a car wreck, things in motion want to stay in motion, our brain's going to go forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we have fluid to kind of like bubble it back. If we didn't have that, our brain would just smash against our skull because there's no fluid to kind of hold it, then
Okay.
we would get hemorrhages. So we want that.
Okay.
Those are fun. And then we have our microglial cells. And that is going, yeah. This is like our cleanup crew. This is our mom who cleans up all her stuff. Cleanup. So this is specifically stroke. So when you go into stroke victims are gonna, basically they're killing a lot of the brain cells. We don't want just a bunch of dead cells, right?
Mhm.
That takes up room, it's going to start, depriving them of nutrients. So we have our microglial cells, which are going to come up and just eat them. Eat all the dead cells so we can function faster. Because what if I'm trying to transmit a signal from here to this part of my brain? But I have a bunch of chairs in the way or a bunch of dead cells. I'm going to be like, I'm coming. You'll one day know that your hand's burning and then let you know.
Okay.
So that's what these guys do. Epidermal cells would be the fluids. You don't bust your head open, makes it faster, and it's going to protect it. Myelin sheath makes it faster and protects it.
Okay.
So if you ask the equivalent, those are basically the same, and these are basically the same. So I would draw this chart out when you're sitting in the testing center, just so you kind of know.
Take a picture of your
Beforehand.
drawing.
Dun, dun, dun.